Hi, my name is Linda Louise, and I'm from Berwyn, Pennsylvania, which is a little town right outside of Philadelphia. Today is Saturday, April 24th, and the recipe I'm going to go over with you is for a sweet potato cheesecake. I've been creating cheesecakes for over 20 years now, and I use my grandmother's recipe as a base. And one of the keys success to my cheesecakes is the fact that I use Philadelphia cream cheese. Never, ever, ever do I substitute anything for Philadelphia cream cheese. It is by far the best. My sweet potato cheesecake following spans as far south as Coral Springs, Florida, and as far north as Medford, New York. Now, what I love to do is, with my grandmother's base cheesecake recipe, I love to create twists on traditional comfort desserts, and I've really had a lot of luck with the sweet potato cheesecake. Now today, since it's going to take me longer to upload this video than it did for me to make this cheesecake, I'm just going to review the highlights and techniques that keep this recipe real. Now, I did a 9x13 version of my traditional spring form recipe today. And two of the things that keep this recipe real are, number one, the crust. I use my favorite ginger snap cookies whole to line the bottom of a greased 9x13 pan. The second thing that I do is I candy my sweet potatoes on the stove top, which, you know, if you have time to do them in the oven, that's great. But let's be real, most of us with our busy schedules, don't have time to do that. So you can candy your sweet potatoes on the top of the stove within like 10 to 15 minutes. You've got something just as tasty as if you had roasted them in the oven. And the other thing I like about doing the sweet potatoes on the stove top is you can reserve part of that liquid from the sweet potatoes to use on the finished product. Now, some of the techniques that help me to make such a great delicious cheesecake is making sure that all my ingredients are room temperature before I start to put them together. The other is, continually scraping the sides of the bowl after the addition of each ingredient for the filling. And then for this particular cheesecake, what I do after the filling is already done is I take 2 cups of the filling, add the 2 cups of mashed sweet potatoes to it, and that becomes the first layer of this cheesecake, which will go right on top of the ginger snaps. Now, you can't really pour the filling in to the pan very easily, so scooping the filling into the pan and then smoothing it out with a spatula is the best technique. So after you put both layers in, put the cheesecake in the oven for a half hour at 350 degrees, you get this delicious double layer of goodness dessert. Out of this world. Now, it doesn't get any realer than me. So you'll have to stay tuned for more of my real specialties for when I win the Real Women of Philadelphia contest. So for now, this is Linda Louise, wishing you peace, love, and Philadelphia cream cheese.